Hello, sunshines. I hope you all are doing well. It is kind of like late morning, I guess, almost afternoon for me here. Oh my gosh, I just thought I would get out and get these planted finally. We've had about 4 to 5 days of rain. Everything is so lush, everything is growing. I definitely want to show you all a couple of things, but I'm going to be spending time in the hillside garden where I wanted to get these lavenders planted. You all know that I lost 2 lavender plants. I had like a grouping of 3 and I lost 2. So I'm gonna give it a try again. I think this is like my second time like losing lavender and trying again. But it's so pretty. It gives you like these nice purple blooms. It smells good. Some people don't like the smell of it. I do. And so this is Elegance Purple Lavender. So I have 2 of these to replace the 2 that I lost. And then these beautiful, oh my gosh, aren't they so gorgeous? These balloon flowers. I have 1 balloon flower that I thought I lost, but it came back. So be patient, because you all were with me when I pulled out that hydrangea. I thought I lost that hydrangea, and the hydrangea was actually sprouting and it was not dead, and I thought it was. So be patient with your plants. And so that bloom flower came back. There's only 1 there, and so I purchased 2 more to add to it. And this, both of them, they've been blooming the behinds off. I hope that's appropriate. Behinds off, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in the ground. This right here, I'm just going to deadhead that bloom. But they are so pretty, these balloon flowers. These are called Twinkle Blue Balloon Flowers, and they bloom in the spring. And so I don't have much more time left with them, I guess. But where I'm tucking them in at, let me show you all where we're going to plant these up at over here on the hillside garden. And our tulips are fading, but there's so many other things that have flushed out. I don't know, when it rains, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't go outside because I just want to get outside and do things. But after the rain, I'm like so happy it rained, because the garden is just like so happy. And should I be happy or the garden? The garden. Okay, let's go see where we're going to plant these up. And so here is the 1 balloon flower that I have to come back, and then I have it like right by a rose. So what I'm thinking is just to tuck the other 2 back here. I was going to go for it in front, but since, we're not going to have like blooms in the, the blooms will probably fade. I don't think they're going to have blooms in the summer. Um, so it's going to die back a little bit, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't want to put it in the front. I want to put something else there. So I figured we'll just kind of curve it around here. And I know it's purple on purple, but the texture is different between the salvia and the balloon flowers. So I really don't mind that there's purple on purple, but I just kind of want to like tuck them in underneath the rose. So let's do that. I'm going to also give the balloon flowers some fertilizer, but I will not be giving the lavender any fertilizer. From what I understand, they are not a fan of fertilizer. So I'm going to anticipate this one right here, of course, getting a little bigger. So gonna go kind of quite close to the spirea over there. While I'm down here, just gonna pull some weeds. Oh. And let me just double check what it says on that, because I didn't talk about spacing or anything. It wants sun, of course, and it says it gets 6 to 8 inches high and 6 to 8 inches wide. So the roots look good. It's been hanging outside, so I'm sure. And look, I'm always finding something. A big log. That's nice. Lots of worms. Oh, that is so pretty. Y'all see how pretty this flower is? So pretty. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully you're happy there. And I'm just gonna kind of tuck the other one in right here and the spirea. But a lot of these plants, I'm so happy that you can size control, so I can always like cut the spirea, you know, so it doesn't disturb it. The same thing with the rose. So I just, like I always say, my idea is that plants will grow together and meet together. And I found a grub. Die, grub. Never fails that I find grubs. Ugh, never fails. Oh, there's a lot in here. Oh no. I mean, I really don't know what to do about that. Try to get them all. There's some weeds while I'm here. So I think that's a nice addition. Oops. Back it up some. I know the sun, but oh my gosh, that's super pretty. And then once that one grows in, and so maybe even if those blooms fade a little faster because I purchased them this year, but this one might bring me some more blooms when those ones fade. So we'll see. Okay, so now let's turn our attention to this area right here. So right here, if y'all can see, we have two lavenders that died, one that's still alive. I also have a plant right here that died, so I'm going to take that up. And I also have another plant right here. That's a dianthus. So I'm going to pull those out while I'm over here. I have the tag right there for this plant. I might try to replace it because it has two. There's two here already. This is Dream. Yep. From here we go. Daydream Sandwort. So when I go to the store, I'm going to see if I can replace that one since the other two are fine. They have these really cute blooms, pink blooms. And I'm going to move. I'm not going to place the new lavender exactly where these ones are. I'm actually going to move them up a bit because there was also a bleeding heart. It wasn't like your typical bleeding heart that, once again, it said full sun, but for whatever reason it started coming back this year, and then all of a sudden I saw that what was coming back died. So I dug it out and I moved it over with the other bleeding hearts, your typical bleeding hearts. And so this space is empty. So I'm going to kind of move the lavenders a little closer together. The other thing I forgot I want to do over here is this Coreopsis hedge. Well, not hedge, but I have, as you can see, I think there was five of them. Five of them. Those look like one big clump, but it's actually two. But the one in the middle, there's one there that is not catching up with the other ones. So I have another one in a pot, and I'm going to actually stick it in there. So it just can kind of round off and look, better. That one will eventually catch up, I guess. But that's what we're going to do. Anyways, let's go ahead and plant out these lavender. coreopsis I was telling you all about. So we're gonna go ahead and stick it right over there. I am gonna get some food for this though. Tuck in one right here, another piece right here, another piece right here, just to kind of fill it in. I wonder if I should just do that now. Because I'm gonna come look at it and I'm gonna be like, why didn't I just fill it in? Because I'm not gonna like that space. Let me go get another piece of it. So I went and got this out of the pot. And I got this out of the ground. I didn't get that many roots with this though. But I'm gonna still plant it and water it in well and see what happens. Yeah. I think what happened is because I used my holy knife that it, I don't know, cut some of the roots, but I also see like the roots are a little shallow. But anyways, we're gonna see what happens, see if it takes root. You just never know. So this, a piece of metal. So I'm just gonna take my holy knife and kind of plant that in there. Maybe I'm gonna water it. Just see if it takes root. Because some of these plants, you don't need that much root in order for it to take root. So I'm hoping that this is one of them. Then I'm gonna take the other one and just kind of tuck it in here. We'll see what happens. Oh, I have to put some food for them. See what happens. All right. So they're probably gonna wilt, but you never know what's happening under the ground. They might be producing roots, and I will, like I said, I'm gonna water it in, and I might come back later and just that one right there where I didn't get a lot of roots, just kind of like cut the foliage and everything off, which kind of defeats the purpose of why I wanted to fill in that hole, but that's okay. So I'm gonna water those in. Here are our what do you call it, our lavender. And so although I wanted that one up to be a little further, it's still okay. Hopefully they'll fill in and it won't be a hole there. And like I said, I have a Nyphophia there, but if anything, I'll come plant something in that little space right there. We'll see. Or just hopefully they will grow in and it won't be that big space there. And then we have our balloon flowers that we planted that looks absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna end it right there. Thank you again for tuning in, for walking through the garden with me, for joining me and doing another plant up of some beautiful plants. There's so much going on. If you have a chance, get out in your garden. If you don't have a garden and you're thinking about starting a garden, go ahead and start it. I'm telling you, this garden brings so much joy, and for that I am thankful. Well, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment, because I promise you, I will talk back. And if you have done all those things, thank you. If you haven't, please consider. Until next time, blessings. Bye.